What's up, guys? Hades here. So, we have patch notes that have been out. There's a few things we need to talk about. I'm going to give my thoughts and opinions on what I think will be worth it and what's maybe not worth it, as well as highlighting some of the things you may or may not have noticed. So, the big part of this patch, and I'll go into this one extensively after I review it, is a new Immortal outfit system. So, they have Athena and Alex Summer Passion outfits out. And this is the big one, and I'm going to talk about this more in just a bit. We are going to be able to get the fragments from the festival events, collecting their fragments to unlock the outfits. And once they're unlocked, they're permanently bound, even after rebirth. Unlocking the outfit designs change what their ultimate skills do, which is deceptive. We already saw this in the patch notes. It doesn't actually change what they do. It just buff them slightly, change very slightly, and we'll go over that in just a moment. There's a new decoration shop, which is pretty interesting. We'll go over that one too. They changed the HP on the Saria boss, which they needed to. It was way too easy. They changed the runes location button. Runes location button's now here instead of like here on the side, so they just made it a little less clutter. And Legion of Frostborn Alliance log got updated. We can't see that one. We're not in Alliance Frostborn right now. And then they updated the reports. This one's actually big for me. The reports in an arena or open arena or whatever, or throne, the HP numbers wouldn't correspond to what actually happened. If you watch a replay, you'd be like, oh, you know, they're all half HP. And then you look at the next one and the numbers didn't look right. That has been fixed, so that's really nice. So I want to talk about the outfit system and the decoration shop. Let's start with the decoration shop, and then we'll end with the big one. If you click decorations here on your castle, and at the bottom here it says decoration shop. You click decoration shop. Now there's this brand new shop where you can buy all the past skins that you may have missed, or maybe you weren't even playing the game when some of these came out. You have the opportunity to collect them. You also have the opportunity to get the teleport effects, the frames you missed, the chat boxes you missed, the nameplates you missed, and the emojis you might have missed. And as you can see, not everything is available, or you already own them. So, are these good value or not? And I'm going to keep referring back to insignias, because when we look at insignias and we have collectibles, it's not here. None of those are here. None of those are Dragon, and none of those are World Watchers. So as of right now, unless they get added to collectibles, I don't actually think any of these are worth it. And I'll explain. Most of the effects of these are outshined by something else. And I'll give an example. City of Love gives 3% troop load, right? Okay, well, the skin I'm wearing gives 5.5% troop load. And gives me attack, right? So it gives more load and a bonus effect. So why would I ever have that? Why would I ever get this one, right? Unless it gives me an insignia, I have no incentive to get it. And the same thing goes for almost everything else, right? Death rate. Oh, there's other skins that give death rate at scale and another bonus, right? Same with honor. 3% honor. Well, there's better ones that give 5% and scale, right? So not amazing here. What I do think is amazing, and most people don't have this, are the what are these called? Teleport effects, right? Teleport effects, you can get resource speed, you can get SP recovery, attack for honor, but the big one is death rate. When you're in combat in a KVK situation, you want a PvP one, right? Over the course of losing, millions of troops, you're gonna save yourself, tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, depending how much fighting you do. These ones are really important, something to think about and consider. Now, how do you get these gems, right? Well, there's a new piece in the shop. If I can find it. Nope. Rare treasures, there it is. Decoration coins, 100. You can buy one a day for $1. And I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a $2 and a $3. I have not clicked it. If you do know, leave a comment below so that other people know. But the price is gonna be, you know, we can calculate it already. Even if you're just doing $1 a day, it's gonna be $23 at this value to unlock one of those decorations. So pretty good. Now for the big one, Alex and Athena. As you can see here, there's this little icon that other heroes don't have. You click it and this is their summer passion skins. Okay, so personally, aesthetic wise, I think these are amazing. Really, really cool concepts. But what we actually care about is their abilities. Okay, so let's start with Athena. Hers is a little complicated. If you don't know her super well, her passive just gives immune to serious wounding, but now she also increases her own energy regen speed up to 40%. Then when she casts her ultimate, she grants a blessing to all allies dealing physical dealing. It's all the same, but the recovery rate went from 80 to 100. Okay, so at max rank, she has 80, and now it's at 100, so that got buffed. What they changed, and this is the big part, is she now went from 40 damage reduction to 30, but they changed the threshold from 60 to 70. If you want to confirm, you can just go back to these skills. She used to block 40% at a 60% threshold, and now she blocks 30% at a 70% threshold. I had some very deep conversations about Athena and if this is a buff or a nerf, and what we came to the conclusion of is against melee physical heroes like Alex, Ares, Apollo, Medusa, Khan, those kind of things, absolute straight up buff, always. The recovery rate's higher. When you're fighting against something like Alex and he starts to chip you down earlier, you want that threshold faster. And so it is a buff in a lot of scenarios against physical. But what we actually decided, without actually knowing, right? This is conceptual. You have to understand the conceptual before you can understand anything. Is that against mages, she's already bad. She has a bad base stat against magic compared to physical, right? It's 3 to 1. And you're losing 10% damage reduction in a lot of the battle, right? Especially against mages, this is going to be really important. Your entire team takes 10% more damage, right? So you get the threshold earlier, which is good, but it's going to have a weird timing thing. If you ult before you're 70, I don't know if it's going to actually be better value or not, because you're going to get the reduction earlier, but it's going to be smaller, right? So what I'm saying is this is a conditional buff. I do think it's going to be a buff. I don't know exactly how these bonuses are going to work. You will have to upgrade them. We'll see how expensive it is. If it's super expensive, this is one of those ones where I don't think it's going to be worth it, to be honest. For the average player, I don't think this will be worth it. However, Alex, his got changed to, there's no difference, except he's no longer capped on attack speed and damage. Because on his main skin, when you hold the artifact, you keep the passive, but then you drop from 50 to 35 in your attack speed and damage. But on the skin, he no longer is capped, right? So he's actually getting a straight up 15% damage buff and a straight up 15% attack speed buff. So of course, again, depending on price, this is going to be an absolute must grab for anyone who's using Alex, especially those who are using solo carry Alex. Straight up buff in every way, shape, and form. He's just going to be better in all scenarios. He's going to proc his knife through butter faster. He's going to proc wind rage faster, which is going to proc fully prepared faster. And they're going to do 15% more. His autos will do 15% more. His knife through butter is going to do 15% more. You get what I'm saying, right? He's very, very strong already, and he's going to get even stronger. So those are my hot takes for what I think they'll be like. Again, it might be really expensive if you have to star it up 7 times. We'll see how hard that is whenever the event comes out, and I'll update you guys when it does come out. If you like these kind of videos, updating you on the newest things, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.